following message is brought to you by Big Ben.
What's up, guys? I hope you're having a nice weekend so far. You might notice that I sound like I'm in a bit of a good mood today. Well, I've got a little confession to make, and that I be. And for good reason. Trust me, if you don't understand, then by the end of these videos, all will be made clear. But first, there's some business to address, so we'll get to it all in good time. So let's have ourselves a little DWI recap, shall we? This last Wednesday's DWI live show was all centered on two major pieces of business. One was the challenge for the DWI Sharpshooter Title, and two, the DWI's special unnamed tournament, which would decide the holder of a new championship which, at the time, was unnamed. Now, all we knew was that quite a few people were vying for this belt, including Blackstone, who earned himself a bye into the tournament's final round by his somewhat controversial yet decisive victory at DWI Shenaniganza. So we start off with the first round matches of the evening. Now before I begin, allow me to offer kudos to pretty much every single person involved in this tournament for putting up the effort that they did. Now in the first match, we saw Mr. Stop the Balding, Blading, or what have you, the Filth, going up against the enigmatic, ominous, Bad Intentions, who, surprise, surprise, turned out to be none other than Darkness Rising, making his return to DWI after a long absence, with a new look and renewed focus. This was a strong first match showing by both men. The Filth showed some grit and took it right to the Darkness, landing DDTs and knee drops from left to right. But the Darkness rose to the occasion and landed a decisive blow on the Filth after landing a new finishing move on the Demented One and securing a 1-2-3, moving him on to the next round. From there, we had ourselves a little rematch from last week's SWL live debut. It was SWL superstar Dozer, not to be confused with the extra-large Hoser, taking on Kenpo Kid 69, with Kato in his corner. Dozer put on a strong showing in this match, hanging tough even after seeing the light, and taking some insult to injury. Kato herself came close to getting involved in things, even going as far as to throw a steel chair into the ring. It wasn't necessary though, as the Kid managed to come out on top after showing a little more light to the SWL newcomer, clinching his second round spot. The next match was another little grudge match, born right out of the sharpshooter competition, with Pure Athlete 89 stepping into the ring with Cardine. The loose cannon looked like he came straight out of the state penitentiary and was ready to take it to the champion. Cardine got some quick offense early into the match, but Pure Athlete quickly started to show his technical prowess, locking Cardine into his patented Texas Cloverleaf. But it was all broken up by the sudden arrival of Ghost Lurker, with a new look and with dark intentions of his own. GL gave the athlete his receipt, finishing what he began at Tuesday Bloody Bruise Day, leaving the athlete wide open for Cardine to net himself a victory and his own spot in the next round. Now, because of GL's actions, BDS removed him from the tournament, allowing someone to take his place. In the meantime, though, it was RD going up against Dwayne of the Dead. Now, RD once again showed why he's always a strong contender in the upper cards of the DWI, but to say that shenanigans ran wild was a gross understatement. RD found himself facing not one, but two Dwaynes at the same time. RD put up a valiant effort, but the 2-on-1 assault proved to be too much, and the dark side prevailed. Next, we had what would have been Ghost Lurker taking on Blackstone. Now keep in mind that Blackstone chose to put his name down to compete in the first round despite winning Shenaniganza. But instead of GL, he was met by the king of the jobbers, Demented Jim. Or so we thought at first. Not really a match here, folks. After Blackstone struck a mean pose, Jimbo did his best Ric Flair impersonation and got rolled up for a quick 1, 2, 3. But as you can see, not all is what it first appears to be. Maybe Damona's got a little soft spot for the Jobber King. Who knows? So then we got ourselves a little break from the tournament to finally decide the fate of the Sharpshooter title. It was yours truly, Cardine, and a surprise entry by Demented Jim, shooting against the champion, Pure Athlete 89, who did in fact give us one last big promo. It was a great one, and I could say the same for everyone else's, even yours, Jim. But the people have spoken. A new Sharpshooter champion was crowned that night, and all I can say is, I am humbled, honored, and ecstatic to wear this title over my shoulders. As the newly crowned Sharpshooter champion, I thank every last one of you who supported me and had my back through this long process. Winning back the tag titles to Lethal Injection felt good, but I consider this a milestone, people. The first of many milestones to come. But there wasn't much time for celebration, because the Lethal Enforcer had also thrown his head into the tournament, and my match was next. And I'll go into detail about it and the rest of the tournament in the next video. Stay tuned.